हेलो एवरीवन, इन दिस वीडियो विल बी स्टडिंग अबाउट ट्यूबरक्लोसिस। बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि टीबी यानी ट्यूबरक्लोसिस एक इनक्योरेबल डिजीज़ है, बट इट इज़ क्योरेबल एज वेल एज प्रिवेंटेबल। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. So tuberculosis is a serious infectious bacterial disease that mainly affects our lungs, and the bacteria that cause TB are spread by when an infected person coughs or sneezes, and it is spread by airborne respiratory droplets, and it's spread very easily. There are more than 1 million cases per year, and most people infected with bacteria that cause tuberculosis don't have symptoms at the starting, but when the symptom occur they usually involve cough, blood tainted sometimes, weight loss, night sweats, fever, unexplained night fatigue, appetite loss, and dyspnea. And the causative organism is tubercle bacillus, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which causes tuberculosis in lungs and other tissues of human body. The organism is strict aerobe and thrive best in the tissues with high O2 tension, such as at apex of lungs. Next important point is mode of transmission, and it is transmitted through inhalation of organism present in fresh cough droplet or dried sputum from an open case of pulmonary TB. Second is through ingestion through self-swallowing of infected sputum from an open case of TB or from the milk of diseased cow. Third is inoculation of organism into our skin, and that is very rare. And fourth is transplacental route. Now, the spread of tuberculosis inside our body. So, it spread through local spread, lymphatic spread, hematogenous spread, and by natural passages. By natural passages means lung lesions into pleura, infected sputum into larynx, and renal lesions into ureter. Types of tuberculosis: primary and secondary. Primary tuberculosis include the individual who has not been previously infected or immunized is called primary tuberculosis or Ghon's complex, and here mostly the children are affected. In secondary tuberculosis, the individual who has not been previously infected or sensitized is called secondary tuberculosis, or we can say chronic tuberculosis, and here the children and adults both are affected. Coming to the pathogenesis, the bacteria is transmitted by inhalation, gain entry into our lungs. Now, in our day to day life, we breathe all sorts of bacteria and viruses, but our defense system take care of most of them. Air we breathe is in turbulent in upper airways and drives most of the bacteria there against the mucus, which is then cleared pretty very quickly. Ultimately, TB can avoid the mucus traps and make their way to deep airways like in alveoli. And here we have the macrophages which eat up the foreign cells and digest and destroy them. But with TB, they recognize the foreign protein and their cell surface phagocyte them or package them into a space called phagosome. With most cases, macrophages fuses phagosome with lysosome, which has hydrolytic enzyme that pretty much break down any biochemical molecule. But in tuberculosis, molecule TB is very tricky, and inside macrophage they produce a protein that inhibits the fusion, which allow the mycobacterium to survive. And it doesn't just survive, but it proliferate and create a localized infection. At this time, the person has developed primary tuberculosis, which means that they have signs of infection after exposure to TB. In most of the cases, it is asymptomatic or create mild flu-like illness. And about 3 weeks of infection, cell-mediated immunity kicks in, and the cells around the site of TB infection creating a granuloma means attempt to wall off the bacteria and prevent it from spreading. Now, tissue inside the middle dies as a result of process referred to a caseous necrosis, and this area is known as gone focus. TB also gets the nearby lymph nodes either by lymph cells or by direct extension of gone focus infection and causes a caseation there as well, and together this case eating tissue and associated lymph node make up characteristic gone complex. usually occurred in lower lobe of the lungs. The tissues that encapsulated by granuloma undergoes fibrosis and often calcification, producing a scar tissue that can be seen on X-ray. Now, in some cases, scar is left over and mycobacteria killed off by immune system, and this is end of that. But in some cases, they are walled off but remain viable and still alive, but they are dormant. But if a person immune system become compromised like with AIDS or with aging, the gone focus become reactivated and infection could spread either one or both upper lobes of lungs because oxygenation is greater in these areas. Since previously exposed to immune system, memory T cells quickly release the cytokines to try and control the new outbreak, which form more areas of caseous necrosis, and this time it form cavities which allow bacteria to disseminate or spread through airways and lymphatic channel to the other parts of lung, which can cause bronchopneumonia, and it can also infect spread other areas through vascular system and infect almost every tissue in our body called systemic miliary tuberculosis. Now the diagnosis and investigation. First is chest x-ray, which show the typical apical changes like the pleural effusion and nodularity in lungs. Second, CBC, we will find the increased ESR and lymphocytosis. And FNAC, often enlarged peripheral lymph node, is quite useful and easy way of confirmation of diagnosis. Fourth is AFB microscopy, that is acid fast bacillus microscopy of diagnostic specimens such as sputum and aspirated material. And fifth is Montauk test. This test is done by intradermal injection of 0.1 ml of tuberculoprotein, and it produces a delayed type of hypersensitivity which develops in the individual who are having or have already been previously infected by tuberculosis. And here the immune system react to tuberculin and produce a small localized infection or reaction within the 48 to 72 hours of injection. Patient having disseminated tuberculosis may show negative test due to release of large amount of tuberculoprotein from endogenous lesions, masking the hypersensitivity test. A positive test indicative of cell-mediated hypersensitivity to tubercular antigen, but it does not distinguish between disease and infection. Test may be false positive in atypical mycobacterial infection. Now coming to the treatment of tuberculosis, which include the combination of many antibiotics, and for the latent infection isoniazid single drug for a long period of time like for a year is effective, and in stage of active infection combination of antibiotics are given and patient becomes non-infectious within the weeks, but until patient can spread TB to other, so patient kept in negative pressure rooms and visitor asked to wear a protective mask, that is N95, which protect them from getting infected. So this is all about tuberculosis, its treatment and pathogenesis, symptoms and other things. I hope you found it useful, and for some more notes you can follow my page on Instagram. I will link it in the description box, and thanks for watching.